Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 24. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report. We got tons of updates, we got tons of information, we have new videos out, we have all-time highs. And then we're going to have a closer look also at the last week that has gone by in a bit more detail. So this video is going to be a bit longer than we normally do, but we thought it could be a good idea basically to just show you a bit on what has happened in the last week and what impact it had on the various projects that we're involved in. So let's get started, and what better place to start with Yieldnodes. And despite what has happened in the last week and last couple of weeks, so we constantly see good positive results, again all in green, even though it's a bit low of what we are normally at. So last week it was 1.3, this week it's 0.8, but the whole idea is sustainability, and that means that we have small little positive results even when the market goes completely south, as it's done in the last couple of weeks. It's going to look like this, and we are looking at the pink one here for June. We are getting to the halfway mark, so for 2022, and as you can clearly see on the graph here also, we are way below on where we were for the first couple of months. Already in May we saw a bit of a trend that it was a bit lower, even though the Yieldnodes team managed actually to get it back up to a decent 6.5% profit for that month. On top of this, we also released a video, which is now a bit more than a week ago, and we just wanted to let you guys know that this one here is really taken off. It's quite nice to see. And a couple of people have actually asked also 2000% seems like a lot, but actually there is a calculation both in the video, which comes directly from Yieldnodes, and obviously we have our own calculation also saying that if you would have started back in August, September, when they set up in 2019, continue to compound all the way through, then you would have been past the 2000% mark. So it sounds astonishing, but it is true, and obviously every single week since Yieldnodes started, it has been positive results. On top of this, we are also looking at a couple of the Decenomy coins, and one that has done really well. So in all this turmoil that we have seen is actually the SAPP Sapphire coin, which is the crown jewel with the Decenomy / Yieldnodes here. And as you can see, we continue to have a very good profit turnover. So for the shared Masternoding, it is a bit down, so a couple of percent, down from 54% return on investment per year, down to 52.78 at the time we took this picture here. But the shared Masternoding continues to go up, so with another 1.5% in this particular case. So we're at almost 60% more coins than when we started back in July last year. Overall coin development has been really good, and SAPP has been one of the coins that has actually gone the opposite direction of Bitcoin and many of the other cryptocurrencies, and we can see that on this particular chart here. So overall it's been a very nice development. As you can see, if we go back to when we got involved with it in July, that is almost at the bottom section here. Since then it's been developing quite nicely. And then when the turmoil hit the crypto market, Sapphire had actually even done better, most probably very well protected by the Yieldnodes and the amount of cash that Yieldnodes also has. So we are quite happy with this overall development. Definitely it looked like the right coin to get in on, especially the time we did. The one that is not doing so well, so at the moment, is the Peony. It is continuing to do about 20% per week, and that's actually why we went into it, because at the time it looked like a very good development, 20% per week. Even though something happens with the coin, we are not going to lose too much money, and we also think so in this case. So even though we're currently in minus, and we are down even more this week from minus 4.72 down into minus 49.26, so 50% down. Even though we have 500% more coins than we had before, it would not take too much for the price to come back, and we do believe it's going to come back. So we haven't lost anything because we haven't sold anything yet. We're going to hang on to it, and I'm pretty sure that we will see a completely different picture in 3 to 6 months time. So the development for this particular coin has been very much up and down, as you can see. We believed at the time we got into this, we were on the second hump, and that looked pretty promising. Then we started to hit the new year, and then it slowly but kind of dropped again. But still, it was supported by the 20% per week we had, so everything was fine. Since then, it has obviously taken a huge drop and followed a lot of the other crypto coins. But as we said, we do believe this is the right coin to still hold on to. We will have to see, time will tell. We introduced the Birake also last week's news report, where we found a bit of money there, and I said only a little bit, but we thought it has a very good development because it's also linked together with the crypto exchange, and we can see that there has been a good development. So at the moment, the return on investment for that particular coin here is around 65% per year, and that correlates into 1.5% for the last week, what we had here. Overall coin development, yes, it is down, so it's somewhere in between the two other coins here. So from 383% down to 215. But we do believe this one here also has got great potential. So obviously we are holding on to it, and maybe it's even time to buy a bit more. So the development, as you can see, has been quite positive. And we got into this one also right after the high peak here. So from what we have, so we ended up around the 100 mark, as you can see. And since then, it's obviously gone up quite a few 100%. So what is this all about? What is actually happening around the world? Well, not only is crypto sort of in a major sell-off, we also see that on the stock market. And crypto, not too long ago, a couple of months back, was at 44,000. It dropped to 40, and then it went very quickly down, so to 30. And now since then, it's gone even faster, from 30 down to just over 20,000 mark. And at the moment, it's bobbing around there. And then obviously all the experts can tell you it's from here on, it's going up and down. Some people tell us it's going to go all the way down to 10,000 again. Other people say it's going to bounce back very, very quickly. Time will tell, obviously. And all we know is there's a lot of crypto exchanges that have already announced that they're going to fire a lot of their staff. Somewhere between 10 to 30% is some of the numbers we have heard. Another thing that we didn't talk about in last week's news report, which then people started asking us about, what is actually happening so with Paraiba, and we had to explain to them again that we cannot share a lot of things around Paraiba because of compliance part. Paraiba and the compliance department want us to do this not on YouTube, not on any social media, and basically what we're doing is we have taken this back in. So if you are interested in some of all these projects that we have, you simply contact us by email, and then we take it from there. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of webinars, there's a lot of training, and obviously we also keep all our members up to date on the changes and developments, and there's quite a few at the moment, all very positive for the future. So if you have an interest in any of the projects, obviously you see on this channel, just send us an email and we'll be happy to help you out and see if this is something for you. What is also something for us definitely is Elevate Pass, and Elevate Pass is another one that is into DeFi. They're heavily into crypto, but as you have seen in the videos for the CFO and the CEO that I interviewed, they also say they are very diversified in the trading, and in the setups and in the staking. And again, that means that we are in positive, which is quite nice. Actually, we have seen a lot of people being upset about the low results, not only at Elevate Pass, but also Yieldnodes. But it's simply because they don't understand the system here, and they're very, very lucky that at the moment we can pull out 0.5% in 1 week. So very well done to the Elevate Pass team. But if you're not happy with the 0.5%, Don't forget that you have commission plans in place also for Elevate Pass. You have the 10% direct commission for anybody that you put in your team, and anybody else that comes in after that, you will get 1.8. So you can actually pump up to several percent if that's it. All you have to do is put some work into it. And don't forget, there's also a second part where you can get a commission. There's actually commission change that we talked about a month ago with Elevate Pass, and that is part of the crypto training course, which is most probably more relevant even now. So to understand what is happening in the market and understand the different parameters that are there, you can sell these courses and you can get an additional affiliate commission out of that. Our new project is Solar Farm. We have just launched this video a couple of days ago, and we sort of kind of like it. It's a very new product, so it's only 6 weeks old, and it leans up against the baked beans. If anybody knows this one, baked beans has been around for a couple of years. It's done about 8% return on daily, and I'm saying daily here. It has been sustainable. The contracts that you see with Solar Farm is basically identical for those two. The setup seems to be very much identical, except for the return on the investment is a bit higher, and it's got a special features in there too. What we like about it is that they have taken the solar coin and they have actually put it together with the Metaverse Casino that they're going to launch very shortly. And that's the reason why we wanted to put this video out here, because it's going to be launched in a couple of weeks' time. And we wanted you to have a chance to go and have a look at it, see if this was something for you before everything obviously, hopefully, takes off. So apart from the 14.82%, which is the normal part, there's a couple of different periods in there also. And you can consider it as a game, you consider it as an extra bonus. So when you're into this, there'll be cooling periods which will take 24 hours and goes from 8% and then back up to the normal 14.28. You can get into supernova mode, which is 20% return daily. And you can then have small areas, and that means about 2 hours each day, where you will have a special supernova. And within the supernova, you can also have a super flare or solar flare. And those solar flares can go all the way up from 90 to 100%. They only last for somewhere between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So this is a bit of an extra cream on the top for the people who wants to go in and wants to be active on the platform. They are then being rewarded. We got also rewarded a bit, so with AI marketing, so because we had a correction, so with the entire system. So last month we announced that it was 22.74%, a bit disappointing but expected. And just last week we saw an update going all the way back from beginning of May until the end of May. And that correction actually meant that there was a lot more cashback to all the AI marketing members. So the final results that we actually got out of March was a lot better, so 32.77%. And obviously we're all quite happy with that. So this month's results is a quite disappointing one. Obviously we hope we're going to turn this one around too. We are only at 6.29% at the moment. And why is that? Well, it's because the marketing budget is not being picked up. As we are shooting this video, we have seen on a couple of the Telegram apps that we're in on that some members saying things are moving again now. We went in on our accounts, and obviously we have 5 different robots. None of the 5 robots managed to start up again. We have one that is currently completely dead and waiting for a top up on the advertising budget. And the rest has really not seen any change. We can only hope that the first team members are correct, and then we'll see it pick it up. We will obviously tell you more about it when it comes in. We are still looking forward to a meeting that has been postponed again and again from AI marketing. And the next meeting, which we hope is not going to be postponed, is going to be from the 21st of June. So it's next week, so only a couple of days away from this news report being released. And we hope they have some good news, and we hope they keep to the plan that they told us, that payments and the full startup setup, reinvestments, will be back up and running by July. So we hope they keep to their word, but time will tell. Time has also told us here that we have done a lot of extensive testing. So with the Expert 4X retriever robots here, and as you can see, we have 11 of them right now. So last week we mentioned to you that the Aussie USD, the Euro AUD, and the British Pounds Japanese was going to be started up again. And it was only the Aussie USD that wasn't doing too well. It actually crashed a few times and we simply couldn't make it work. We've set up some more settings to test it now, and the 3 of them are doing quite well. Which ones are doing extremely well is the Silver Train and the Silver Bullet, and we'll tell you all about it here. So it is the top ranking robot and the best one, best metal to trade at the moment, outperforming even gold. British Pounds USD is also up there, and it's very close to being double the account, as we are getting close to the 20,000 mark for that particular robot. So how well is silver doing? So against the US dollar, well, we started less than 3 months ago and the account has passed $25,000 now. So that is 150% in just 3 months. It's quite astonishing. And obviously you don't have to take our word for it. You can go on our homepage and you can log into the profit retriever there. And we have FX Blue to confirm that these are the trades that are doing. And we must say that it has been quite stable to see the profit retriever on so many different metals, indexes, currencies. The only one that we see has a bit of an issue at the moment, and that is actually our own fault here, is the index 30. So it has a huge drawdown at the moment, and we have made some adjustments, but we didn't update it at the time. But it looks like it's coming through, and obviously we'll keep a closer eye on it. It was one of our high jumpers definitely before. So what does that mean overall? So basically the profit retriever and the for the weeks here, the top 5 that we have in, well, we have the silver in the top part, and as you can see, $1,831 is basically what that robot made last week. So 18.3%, quite astonishing, but actually it's quite normal for this robot on that particular metal. British Pounds USD continues to be a very, very stable EA also, making $1,303 or 13% in 1 week. And then we go down with the gold, 507 and just over 5%. We have the British Pounds AUD at $469 or 4.7%. And then New Zealand Swiss franc, $200 or 2%. Overall, if you would have traded those together with us here, that means that the profit from last week would be $4,311 or 8.6%. So obviously you can see that even though some of the markets are down, even though some of the stocks are down, and you will see that a profit of 8.6% is absolutely unheard of. So this profit retriever has been very, very stable, and it's definitely a very good setup that Expert Forex has made for us. So it seems to be extremely stable all the way through and doing some high profits within a reasonable amount of drawdown. And during this period, obviously we have a lot of people that are asking us, okay, how can we get your settings, Bo? Please send them to us. Unfortunately, we do not do this. We don't want you to get in trouble unless you understand exactly how this robot has to be traded, because we are using special programs. So, and we are also having our own risk setup and risk management on how we want to trade these robots. And this might not be the same for you. So what we always suggest is you go to Expert Forex, you go in as a premium forum member, and you get a lot of settings from Alex and the team here so that you can use. Last week we also had the videos out with Alex, so since he hasn't done any videos this week, so we hope he is okay. But you can see a lot of the different parts that is interesting here, and that is obviously the premium optimized set files, which is number 9 on this particular chart. Again, the 15 Zero to Hero course. And then you also have number 10, the Profit Retriever Setting and Strategy Forum. So plus number 2, 60% members discounts on your robots. So there's plenty of opportunities to go in there and learn together with the rest of the traders. We are also in this forum having a look, and if you really want to trade, it is the way to get started. And you can actually get started for as little as 17 a month. So all depends on which options you take within the Expert Forex forum. And if you do it on a monthly basis, it can be up to, I think it's around $35 or will soon be $40. But still, it's very cheap compared to all the knowledge you get, and definitely you save a lot of money at the end of the day and making stupid mistakes. So there you have it. There's been a quite exciting week. So we have a few downs, but we have certainly still more ups. We have positive results, even though some of them are not where we want them to be. But this is about spreading the risk. It's about expanding your portfolio, looking into new opportunities all the time. And that's what this channel is all about. We hope you enjoyed this week's news report, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.